This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Groomer Humor on Pet Life Radio. Once again, we want to thank our producer Mark Winter at Pet Life Radio for giving us the opportunity, and we will also want to thank you guys for listening in and making the show what it is today. In this episode of Groomer Humor, we're going to be talking about our independent dog grooming shops going to survive this economy and how it will affect the dog grooming industry in the long run. We have that and our very funny comment segment coming up in this episode of Groomer Humor.
Molly, here's your dinner. Zeus, that's not your food.
Don't let that happen to your precious cat. Elevate your cat's eating experience with the Cat Tree Tray. The Cat Tree Tray keeps your cat's food off the floor and conveniently located on the cat tree. It's the perfect way to eat. It's a beautiful wrought iron tray that easily attaches to your cat tree and keeps dogs and other critters out of your cat's dish. A must for multi-pet households. There's a 6-inch tray for large bowls and a 4-inch tray for smaller bowls. Purchase your Cat Tree Tray today. Go right now to cattreetray.com. That's cattreetray.com. cattreetray.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Groomer Humor, guys. As always, we are your hosts. I'm Rudy V, along with Anthony Ray. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. The show's doing great. We really want to thank each and every one of our listeners out there for listening and commenting and again, just making the show what it is. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this has been such a great experience. I love doing this show, and you guys have been so supportive and receptive. I feel like right out of the gate, it was like we started and people started listening fairly quickly, and to the point where you guys reach out and know that, I like Taco Bell or my dad is bald.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You guys are having as much fun with it as we are. So.
Yeah, it stands true too. You still like Taco Bell and I'm still bald. So
yep.
It's not something,
people don't change.
Yeah, balder.
Right.
But anyway, so this show, like we said in the intro, is what's going on, man. Guys, this is starting to scare me because are the independent grooming shops going to survive this economy? I don't know, man. I really don't know, because in the past year, 3 grooming shops in our area have closed down. And it's a sad reality of what's happening right here around us. And it's a big problem. And I don't think that people truly understand what a big issue this is, especially long term. Okay, because what we're finding and what the surviving dog groomers in our area are experiencing right now is just an overflow of dogs. We literally just cannot take everyone, okay? A fellow groomer of ours, not generally in our area here, but he's doing 70 to 80 dogs a week, open 7 days a week, because he's just trying to, get everybody groomed and, of course, not turn away business. But again, what's happening is people are struggling to get their dogs groomed, especially, and I can't stress this enough, guys, do your research before you go out and purchase a dog, especially your really large breeds like your Golden Doodles and your Labradoodles. You guys are having such a hard time getting your dogs groomed, and it's a double whammy. A lot of grooming shops don't want to do really, really large breeds, especially, dogs that require intense grooming, a lot of time, and a lot of other grooming shops just are too booked to even take on any dogs. So it's a dilemma.
Yeah, the big breed craze right now is incredibly challenging. Because we have gotten inundated with the Golden Doodle, Labradoodle thing.
Yeah, we love the breed.
Yeah, the breed is beautiful. They're super sweet, but I think
we can't take any more.
Yeah, we just can't. Here's the thing, guys, too. I mean, this is dependent on your area and your prices, of course, but golden doodles for a lot of groomers are not good even money-wise. Groomers can do, me and my dad can groom 4 small Shih Tzus and have an easier time and make more money and spend less time than doing one golden doodle in some cases. So it's like, for any groomers who have similar prices to ours, I guess, just from a money standpoint and a time standpoint, doing too many golden doodles actually is not even a good idea, just because of that.
You lose money.
You end up losing money. And as far as the pet owner's sake too, the obvious is that golden doodles are very, very hard to maintain. You have to, it's even more important to make sure you get your golden doodle to meet the groomer as a puppy, as early as they can. And then, you schedule your first appointment. You can't miss any of that stuff. You got to be like on point, because now you have a 100-pound dog that it's going to be. You need that dog to cooperate with the groomer. That's high risk grooming there, very strenuous. So, and that's easy stuff to overlook. I'm not even bashing anybody. It's very easy to overlook that when you have a golden doodle puppy. Oh, we have to get him to at least meet a groomer, get the lay of the land, and all that, and then get him in first grooming, because that stuff is so important. That's important with any breed, but when you're dealing with a dog that's going to be 100 pounds, that's
you got to start early.
Yeah, you really got to. You can't miss those little things that end up making your dog be good at the grooming process. But man, there are so many golden doodles out there right now.
Get him used to the process while he's still 30 pounds.
Yeah, right. You know,
yeah,
because 30 pounds is tiny for a golden doodle.
Yeah, but that's what's happening, guys. So in our area alone, 3 grooming shops have closed down in the past year, and there's reasons behind it, and I'm not going to get into detail or anything like that, but some of it's due to the COVID crisis that we have faced in the past couple of years here. That really hurt them, and they had to shut down. And some of the other reasons are they cannot take the responsibility and the backlash that they're getting for trying to do their job. I thought we were a lot further than that, but we are obviously not. In past shows, I've actually suggested young people getting into this industry, or doing it as a retiree, or you want to do something, you want to work with dogs. And you know what? I'm not so sure about that anymore. I'm not so sure you should get into this business, only because the responsibility has just heightened and the money has lessened. So who in their right mind would want to do it? I tried to encourage this, and I'm still staying hopeful that the industry changes, but who in their right mind would want to have such high expectations for such little pay and enormous liability? And that's the problem with getting into this industry. You have such liability. You almost have as much liability as a doctor or a dentist, okay? But the difference is you're getting paid $10 an hour, okay? And they're making $500,000 a year, okay? So that's the difference. Who in their right mind? Why? Because you love dogs? Yeah. That's why we love dogs, but yet we're kicked to the curb all too often. And that is one of the main reasons why these grooming shops are going out of business. They're giving it up. They're hanging their hats because they just can't do it anymore. They can't sit there and be liable again. And we've talked about it in the past for, a dog that has health issues, a dog that's been neglected and now it's the groomer's fault, or various other reasons. So I really don't know what's going to happen in this industry, but I can tell you that the more integral grooming shops, such as ourselves, the more that they close, the more dogs are going to be forced into, less quality groomings, less experience. It's going to lead to more injuries, more dogs getting bitten. So, the answer is here, guys, I think people better start getting used to grooming their own dogs.
Yeah. I mean, hell, throughout the years, me and you have even questioned, like, dude, how come we don't just, go work at Best Buy or something? Because we wouldn't have nearly the amount of responsibility.
That's it. I could have packed this in years ago, but decided not to, because I really do love what I do. I think every groomer out there does love what they do. But again, where is the protection? Where is the regulation? Where is the money? People are batting an eye at $70 for a small dog haircut. Meanwhile, that same person is going to the beauty salon and dropping $250. where there's, less hair to cut and there's less to do. You're not a moving target. You're not trying to bite the person cutting your hair. They're not cleaning out your ears, and giving you a bath. So that would be pretty funny if you got all that.
I think there's this Facebook page called The Honest Groomer. They're absolutely hilarious. We got to try to get them on the show.
Definitely.
They said all that. They mentioned something along those lines with the salon thing. They post so much funny stuff. But yeah, that's a really good point. People, we all pamper ourselves pretty well, but for some reason, your dog's grooming
just not
sometimes
as important.
it's like not as important. I don't like really understand. To some degrees I do, but here's the thing. Like you just said, some people are out there barking at $70. Barking, see what I did there? Some people are out there. They don't like $70. But here's the thing. I would gear up though, because with more and more grooming shops going out of business, that's only going to make prices go up more because the groomers that are left are going to be inundated.
Yeah.
And that's not even just for local groomers. That's for the big ones too, like PetSmart or Petco or whatever, where they're going to get inundated too.
It's hard to get an appointment. That's what's happening right now. People are telling us we can't even get a grooming appointment. Yeah, crap.
We know.
See what I did
there? Yeah. You see what you did there? Yeah,
I said crap instead of
Right. It's great as far as like where people have been very understanding. The people who have come through our door have not been mad at us that we can't groom their dog, but they're also like, what the heck are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
We can't get an appointment anywhere. And it's not something one person can fix, but as a whole, the grooming aspect of the pet industry is broken almost. It needs to be fixed because it's only going to increase prices everywhere to now. It really isn't even affordable to get your dog groomed from a groomer. And now you're forced to do it at home. And for some people, that's great. That's what our channel is based a lot on. We try to teach you how to upkeep at least.
We're trying to help.
We're trying to help you do a lot at home. But where does that leave the elder couples who have dogs? What are you supposed to do?
Right.
You need groomers. No matter what, you're going to need groomers because not everybody can groom their dog at home, no matter what. There's going to be millions of people, dog owners, that's not an option for.
Yeah.
So we got to fix this. And I'm not sure how.
I'm not either, because, it's happening. It is happening, guys. I mean, again, we're getting inundated with calls. We get it all the time. I just got a phone call the other day. I don't know what to do. I can't get my dog groomed. And it's like, okay, well, listen, we can only take so many dogs here. We're a two-man show here. I do most of the grooming. Anthony does the bathing and the drying, and he does some grooming too. But again, it's not like, we have 10 people working here and we can do 20, 30 dogs a day. It's just not the reality for us anyway, and most smaller grooming shops don't have that kind of a staff either. Usually it's one or two people doing the grooming, and even bigger grooming shops that have 3, 4, 5 groomers are still being inundated. That's how many people are getting dogs during the whole COVID thing, because we were actually calling them the COVID crisis dogs, because people went out and got tons and tons of dogs. I think probably a good 80% of them are golden doodles and labradoodles. So not only are they getting dogs, they're getting the highest maintenance dogs out there right now. And it's trickling down and it's affecting the industry. It's affecting the dog groomer. What are we supposed to do? What can we do? We can only do so many dogs in a week. And what's happening here is that it's like a catch-22. There's more dogs to be groomed and less grooming shops to handle the amount of dogs. So unless we get some people, especially young people, again, I want to stay strong. I want to stay firm, and I want to encourage the business. Unless we get some young people to learn how to groom dogs and possibly open up their own dog grooming businesses and start being able to take on more dogs and groom these dogs that need it, what's going to happen? I don't know. It's going to be on the owner, but I think part of getting anyone to do anything is to be compensated and rewarded. And that means you should be getting $80, $90, up to $200 per dog, depending on where you live and what type of dog you have. Okay. So, a golden doodle if you do your research, on the low end, okay, is going to be about $150. You know what I mean? Unless, of course, you're bringing it to your backyard or your garage dog groomer where they can charge you $50, $60 or something like that. Fine. But that's not the alternative anymore, but expect to pay $150 if you have a golden doodle. Did you think of that before you went out and got that dog? And dog grooming is something that should be done every 4 to 6 weeks. So do the math. That's a lot of money at the end of the year just in grooming alone. Even a short-coated dog, even a flat-coated dog, a French bulldog, a Doberman, a pit bull, even these dogs should be bathed and nails clipped at least every couple of months.
You know what they should do? They should create let's see, when you go to buy a house or rent an apartment and they do your debt to income ratio check, they should come up with a form of that for dog purchases where every breeder, any pet store is legally obligated to have them, where you have to do debt to income ratio checks on any prospective pet owners. And and based off of that, you should have to have a very good debt to income ratio to be able to even purchase a golden doodle or a high maintenance dog.
Yeah.
That way, it ensures that the people who have the big high maintenance breeds can afford it. If you have a low debt to income, you have to short coded.
Yeah. Hey, stupid! I think you just gave away a multi-million-dollar idea.
Well, how we wouldn't be able to create that. You need the ASPCA and all that.
No, it's a phone call away. And shut up about that.
All right, Mark, clean that up for me.
Clean that up. That's a really good idea, Anthony.
Okay.
Coming from you.
Well,
no, you're 100% right, dude. And do just like if you adopt a baby, do a background check. Can you even afford this baby? Can you afford, this dog? It's so true. There's when it comes down to pets, dogs in particular, okay, there is absolutely no regulations,
No.
and this is a living thing, it's like a step down from being human. You know what I mean? Your dog is a step down from being human. If that's even the right word, it's not even a step down. It's a family member. You know what I mean? So again, though, when it comes to grooming, I don't know. There's just no thought. Oh, he's cute. He's fuzzy. I like him. He's hypoallergenic. Let me buy him. Without keeping in mind that you're going to be spending about $150 every month and a half. You know what I mean? And good luck finding someone to do it on top of that.
That's the thing. If you can't afford a specific breed, and you can't,
right,
and you go out and get it anyway, that is incredibly selfish on your part. It does not matter, I always wanted a golden doodle. It doesn't matter. You can't afford it. The dog is going to suffer now because I always wanted a golden doodle. That doesn't make sense.
Right.
But, okay, you always wanted a golden doodle, but can you afford the $150, $200 a month every 3 to 4 weeks?
Yeah.
If you can, go for it. That's fine. Come on.
That doesn't include, you're so right. And it doesn't include, letting alone grooming, it doesn't include that these dogs are more susceptible to ear infections because they have big, floppy, hairy ears. You know what I mean? They have more health issues because of the type of breed they are. And we're not knocking the breed. We love the breed. As a matter of fact, we have, a bunch of videos out on golden doodles because we love the breed. The thing is that if you do decide you want to get a golden doodle, you might want to watch our channel or somebody else's channel and pick up some pointers on how to groom, your dog at home, or at least do something in between groomings. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, guys. There's a huge difference between, and or many of us anyway, because of the last couple of years that we've had, there are so many of us struggling with money right now. So there is a huge difference between having to bring your, say, Boston Terrier in, they're susceptible to skin problems.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference between maintaining that with an oatmeal shampoo that your vet recommended and bringing your dog in for a professional bath every 8 weeks and bringing in a golden doodle that has chronic ear problems that you're already $175 in for the groomings alone every 4 to 6 weeks. You see what I mean? There's a huge difference, pay difference anyway, money difference in the breed that you select. Try to put aside how cute. I never understood why people bought Shelties so much until I saw a Sheltie puppy for the first time.
So how adorable they are.
Right. I never understood it. Shelties are incredibly difficult to groom. They shed like crazy. They're huge, like high maintenance, and some of them can be kind of vicious. Growing up in this business, I never understood it. How come people buy Shelties? And then I went into a pet store, saw a Sheltie puppy, and it was like, wow, okay, there it is. It's like, but try to put the cuteness aside and try to decide what breed you're going to get, if any, because also not getting a dog is an option if you don't have any money. Try to put the cuteness aside, or you always wanted this or you always wanted that, and go with what you know you could afford.
Just a little bit more research. The point of this show too is just like, where does it leave the dog grooming industry? Where does it leave these smaller, high integral grooming shops, people who have been grooming for many, many years like ourselves? Where does it leave us, guys? And that's the big question, because I would hate to see this industry suffer when it's come so far. This industry has grown so much and it's come so far, and we need to protect our dog groomers, and we need to educate the pet owner, and we need to save this industry and protect it in some way, shape, or form. We have to come up with some kind of a solution, and I think that that's part of our show, and other people out there who are talking about this. That is the common goal. But with that being said, guys, we're going to go to a commercial. When we come back, we're going to sum up the show, and we're going to get to our funny comment segment when we come back on Grooming Humor.
So, Dad, I got a question for you.
What's that, Ant?
What was your reaction when you heard that Ben & Jerry's was branching out into doggy desserts?
And when I found out that Ben & Jerry's was now for dogs, I ran to the freezer and pulled out a pint of Peanut Butter World. I ate it so fast I gave myself a brain freeze.
I had a very similar reaction, actually, except I went with the Cherry Garcia.
Oh, I love that flavor. Yeah, that's the classic flavor, the Cherry Garcia. Yeah. Guys, with so many clients walking through our door looking for a good, tasty treat for their dogs, we were so glad to let them know that Ben & Jerry's had a treat for them.
Yeah, there's a lot of treats out there that have tried to jump on the doggy train and rely on gimmicks and quick sales, and Ben & Jerry's has really put a lot of focus on quality ingredients and some great flavors. That's, I think, finally going to allow your dog to feel what we feel when eating Ben & Jerry's.
Absolutely. In fact, guys, we chose 10 of our customers here at the grooming shop and gave them samples of both the rosy flavored and the paunch flavored to see which flavor their dogs would prefer.
Yeah. And of course, expectedly, the results were quite decisive when all 10 of them said their dogs quickly consumed both.
Absolutely. One of my favorite memories of eating Ben & Jerry's was devouring multiple pints of cookie dough while binge watching Breaking Bad. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do, actually. You want to know what one of mine was? My fondest memory was eating a couple pints of the old Chunky Monkey for no reason at all. Just because it's delicious, and it was because it was called Chunky Monkey. Who doesn't want to know what that tastes like? So, one thing's for sure, there's going to be a lot of happy dogs out there. So, what we want you guys to do is check out both doggy flavors at benjerry.com. That's BenJerry.com. You could also check out all the K9ers at the Ben Jerry's Vermont office at benjerry.com. Again, that's BenJerry.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Groomer Humor on Pet Life Radio. We are your hosts. I'm Anthony Ray, hanging out with my dad, Rudy V, and we're basically just chatting about the state of the grooming industry. Been pretty grim lately. A lot of groomers are shutting down, a lot because they just can't handle the stress anymore. And the grooming industry seems a bit broken, so hopefully we can fix it. I would like to thank, because I think it starts here, all of the people who email us or leave comments on our YouTube channel asking questions. That's where it starts, really. Demand information about grooming, and then maybe more information will become widespread, because I think it starts there. People just need to be knowledgeable about owning a pet and the grooming process and health, hygiene, all of that. So many things go into it, but I think it starts there. People being interested in in what do I do about this? What do I do about that? Should I do this? Should I do that? Ask your groomer. Stop into a grooming shop within reason and ask a question if you have one. Go on YouTube and leave a comment, because a lot of the groomers that we know on YouTube, they answer as many comments as they can, as we do.
Yeah.
So just talk to the professionals as far as the grooming aspect goes. So, you talk to your vet, talk to your groomer. Just keep learning. There's plenty of you out there who have taken such a great interest in it, as we've seen on, especially on our YouTube channel. We get comments every day, all day, asking us a question or asking for advice, and we get people walking through the door at our store every day asking for advice. And so it starts there. We just have to heighten that.
If you guys want more information on what you could possibly do to help the situation, go on to National Dog Groomers Association of America. Jeff Reynolds, this guy has been talking about this situation for the past 50 years. He's been a long-time guy in the industry, and he again, associations like this will help guide people and could kind of spread some light even more than we can. So yeah, just check them out, National Dog Groomer Association of America. And, again, maybe we could just fix the problem before it gets too broken and get more people to either groom their dogs or, open up more dog grooming shops and start regulating and treat the business as it deserves to be treated. It needs to be honored. Dog groomers need to be honored. We work very, very hard at doing what we do. And what we do is mainly just for your pet's health and well-being. So as we always say, we are big supporters of dog groomers. We love you guys out there. Please, guys, reach out to us, leave a comment, leave a suggestion. And we really thank all you dog groomers for what you do. And we also, we applaud you, you good pet owners, because here's the thing. Most of the pet owners out there are very, very good, and they are trying to do the right thing. But my concern is we need to have people who are willing to take this job on and continue the industry so that these dogs aren't being left ungroomed. So that's the main dilemma that we want to try to fix before it gets worse. Okay, with that being said, let's try to be funny now. All right.
I'm a professional.
So, got this one. Man, I like this one. This one pertains to me, so this is our funny comment segment. So,
good.
Yeah. Okay, this one says, we have been subscribed to your YouTube channel from the beginning. You have lost a lot of hair from your first video till now. Here's the kicker. They left a link on it for a hair restoration place.
Oh, wow. That's so nice.
I guess that makes me feel good.
Yeah, that's a true fan.
Yeah, they left a link for a hair restoration place for me. Thank you.
That makes me really want. I haven't looked at our first video in a long time. Makes me wonder.
Oh man. Well, yeah, we love you guys. Thank you so much for that.
That's so nice. It you know what? It's so sweet of them that they actually went out to find a product.
Wow.
They're trying to help you.
Trying to help me.
Yeah, you need help, and they don't want you to stop.
You've lost a lot of hair from your first video till now. Wow.
Oh, they're right. Yeah. Oh man, I just saw it.
You looking?
Yep. Wow.
Wow, Dad.
Interesting.
Anyhow.
I guess it's because I'm with you every day that I didn't really notice. But yeah, wow, you're very bushy on the sides back then compared to now.
Wow.
Interesting. Well, I'm feeling the love on that one anyway. All right. Well, thanks so much for stopping by, guys. As always, we'd like to thank our producer, Mark Winter. Thank you so much, Mark. If you haven't already, head on over to our YouTube channel. It's called Grooming by Rudy. That's Grooming by Rudy on YouTube.com. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. We want to hear from all you guys. You could also like Grooming by Rudy on Facebook, follow Grooming by Rudy on Instagram and Twitter. It has been an absolute pleasure, as always. Until next time, take care of yourselves and your pets.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.